So in this video, I'm going to show you some tips for my Emirates Pass. I've done the introduction video, so please check on the playlist. But one of the first tips I want to show you in the terms and conditions, and it's worth checking these. There is a way to complain if you have any issues. There's an email address for My Emirates Pass at emirates.com. However, they say they get back to you within 48 UAE working hours based on the current time. The point I will make on this is it's always better when you're trying to get a promotion in Dubai to do the work up front, call the venue, check any details, say you're going to use it if it's a booking for dining, that it's going to be My Emirates Pass or whatever. Because Dubai doesn't handle email very well, and you don't want to go to a shop, pick something up and then find out there's an issue for whatever reason. I have had it where people have experience in certain shops, and sometimes it's down to training, sometimes it's down to bad faith, sometimes it's just one of them things. So what I would say, before you use My Emirates Pass, make sure that you're fully excuse me, that you're fully aware how to use it, what the restrictions are, any terms and conditions. If it's somewhere that you feel uneasy about, by all means call them. And I do mean call them. Don't social media them, don't DM them, don't email. Because it's far better to do the work up front rather than chase after it. Because you might never get an answer. I won't name which shop it was, but I know someone that had a problem trying to get the discount. And by the time they got in touch with the manager and everything, it was just a real mess, and it leaves a bad taste. So on the whole, you'll be all right in most places, but if you're in any doubt or you need to check anything, as the phrase goes, measure twice, cut once. Okay, so that's the first thing. Check the terms, know how to complain. If needs be, contact the merchant. When you come to the merchant, you can always click on find out more to get the details for, in this case, Fluka Restaurant. Call them up or whatever and ask, is there any of the questions that you have. The second tip is the general one, really, and this is not true of just Emirates Pass, but also any deal in Dubai. Dubai is rife with a lot of deals, a lot of competition, and it can get very confusing to compare them, but it can be worth doing. It really can, because Emirates Pass is a free program for thousands of Emirates passengers. There are better deals sometimes, but they might be a particular private membership, it might be an email list, it might be social media, so it's very niche. So the idea of Emirates Pass is meant for the masses. So sometimes the discounts aren't necessarily as good as other places. I think the best discount I've seen on it is 50%. I have seen buy one, get one free. But if you look at some of the dining, for instance, 20%, 30% is probably the average. Now, some of the venues that are on it, I also know are on the entertainer. Similar to places like Wild Wadi. Wild Wadi, for instance, does buy one, get one free with entertainer. And it's a 40% discount on My Emirates Pass. So the discount is actually better on the buy one, get one free. However, you need to factor in paying for the entertainer. Another thing that's good on My Emirates Pass is you can use it for up to 9 guests. So even though the discount is less, in other words 10, 20, 30%, using it for more people than entertainer, which might only be 6 people, that could work out. So I know it sounds boring, I know it's not ideal, but do plan, do compare, and do understand all the different terms on the deals. Because, for instance, probably one of the best attractions to consider that most people would want to go to is here, and it's at the top Burj Khalifa. So there's only a 10% discount on the top level 124, general admission, peak hours, blah blah blah. Sometimes you might find an advance booking works out cheaper. Sometimes you might find out that by getting something on your phone or booking a ticket by email might just be a lot more convenient than queuing up. At the top is a prime example. There's many different packages. There's skip the queue, fast track, advance booking, or just walk up. So if you're getting a discount on a walk up, you need to consider the cost of inconvenience in queuing. Hope that makes sense. So all I'm saying is that these deals are very good, but they're literally, as you turn up at some places, you might get a better deal booking in advance. So they're the two main real tips to consider here, is understand the package, know how to complain if needs be, but preferably, if you're in any doubt, speak to the venue beforehand and say, look, I'm coming in on such a day and I want to get this discount. Because it's far better to have a quibble on a phone in advance than when you turn up. The second thing is, do compare and shop around, because sometimes the gate prices, which is what you're going to get on Emirates Pass, are actually more expensive in the first instance. It's not unknown that some merchants actually put up the gate pass when they run promotions. So keep that in mind. So as always, do shop around. If this has been helpful, please drop me a like. Please drop any comments, ask me any questions, and do give me a follow, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.